Last time on Only Glasses, Amber had soloed the Dvalin boss fight, but not before we committed more crimes and broke a priceless historical artifact. And while that's a sentence I never thought I would say, I have some good news and I have some bad news. The good news is that I managed to get Emilie on this account, even after a bit of a setback. No!
Not interested in idle chit.
And the bad news, in my mad dash for Primo Gems, I did the World Ascension quest. Okay, we're level 3 now. Which we were not ready for. While I completed the quest, enemies are now a fair bit tougher, and we are under-leveled and under-prepared. I mean, it probably doesn't help that I haven't raised Emilie yet, not to mention the issue of boss drops for Ascension. But let's just come back to the boss issue later and focus on leveling Emilie and giving her a functioning build. Starting off, I level her up a bit. I get her to level 19. Next up, the weapon. Since I had a specific weapon in mind for Emilie, I spent a fair bit of time exploring in Leeway and managed to track down a few white tassels. So I'll just level this up a bit and okay. This is when I realized that both Amber and Emilie's weapons use basically the same Ascension materials. Isn't this the same as... Oh, it is. And the domain stuff too. That is a problem for me to deal with later. Ignoring the weapons issue for now, I move on to artifacts, which brings me to yet another problem. I don't know what to give Emilie. I guess she can have some of Amber's old stuff. Maybe I can give her this? I mean, I was saving it for Sucrose, but she's not using them anyways. After I level up the artifacts a bit, Emilie now has a semi-reasonable build, and I guess it is now later because I am returning to the weapons issue. And luckily, today is Monday, so the domain I need is actually open. I didn't plan this, to be clear. I just happened to have some free time today and decided to start recording episode 3. I am not complaining. This is probably the best thing that could have happened. Since this domain is filled with electro slimes, I wasn't able to get any burning reactions, so Emilie was there mostly for moral support. After I completed a few runs, mostly relying on Amber, we had a small stockpile. I am not sure how far we can get with this, but I can always come back later. Next up, the Fatui agents.
Neutralize.
Finally, enemies Emilie can burn. We can finally see her true power.
No escape.
Even if these guys have a lot of pyro resistance and the burning isn't actually doing that much. But it is nice to have reactions that I can actually control now.
You can't run from
Okay, who's next? You gotta be kidding me! Could you not show me one that's in the middle of the ocean? So I turned the navigation on and off again, hoping that it would show me a different one. Honestly, why did I think that would work? Of course it wouldn't work. It wouldn't be that easy. It couldn't be that easy. Using the online interactive map, I found the agents that are in the area that I have already unlocked. But I got kind of distracted and just started fighting any Fatui that I seen. Oh, Amber died. Retreat. This is a tactical retreat. Emilie, run. After returning to a safe location, I used the mats that I had, and with just a little bit of crafting, I managed to level both Emilie and Amber's weapons to level 60. While collecting the drops, Emilie also naturally got to level 20. So I ascended her to the second phase. I'm not struggling as much now, but there is an inevitable truth that I will need to face. Boss drops. More specifically, the ones dropped by an angry flower. I was avoiding the Regisvine since I know it has so much pyro resistance. I think we have a chance now with Emilie on the team, but I'm not gonna lie, still kind of scared. Still kind of scared. Don't really want to fight it. I gotta. We need to progress. Okay, here we go. Actually, this isn't too bad. So far, so good. Okay, I mean, as long as I don't get hit. Surprisingly, the Pyro Regisvine wasn't actually too much of an issue. But I don't think it would be the same story if we didn't have Emilie. We also got 2 boss drops here, so I can ascend Amber to the second phase and level her up again. Next up, Emilie. Sadly, Emilie is a little bit tougher. Her boss is locked behind a world quest in Fontaine. However, I don't think I need to play the whole thing, at least. I could just ignore Emilie's boss mats for now. We aren't doing too bad. No, it's probably better to get this dealt with. It's probably better to get this dealt with now. We start this quest by talking to some adventurers who tell us about a big scary dark lord. We think that this is part of some big performance, but it seems something crazy is going on here. Heading into town, we meet a guy who also seems to be part of the play, but he suddenly collapses. This is when we meet a glasses-wearing NPC guy. He tells us that something weird is going on here, and we head to some ancient ruins outside of town to investigate. At the ruins, we find a living statue and meet a cat who isn't actually a cat. The cat explains the situation a bit better, and it seems that everyone's souls have been replaced with ones from a time long in the past. So we head deeper into the ruins to save the souls of the people of this fair town. Certainly, I don't have any ulterior motives in getting down here. I'm gonna save their souls. Yep, no ulterior motives here. Okay, now that I can see the map of this area, I think the boss is probably here. That looks boss arena-like. So that is our goal. That's our goal right there. Well, it took a bit of time. I managed to find my way to the boss. There it is. I can see it. I never even unlocked this on my main account. I know nothing about it other than it has a geo shield. Okay, well, wish me luck. Oh, sure would be nice to break the shield. At least we're doing damage. Oh. Yeah, let's try not to get hit by that.
A little ambiance.
Oh, or that. Don't get hit by that either. Well, we lost Amber at the end. We managed to take the boss down. Collecting the reward only gave us 1 drop, so we had to fight it again. Yeah, of course. Of course, without fail. I get 2 the second time. But we still can't ascend Emilie yet, since she needs the drops from the mechs in Fontaine. So, time for some farming. This world will burn. Everything is on fire. I am on fire. Wait, no, I'm keeping that. That's staying in the video. After some farming, all that was left to do was craft some dendro shards, and Emilie can now join Amber at the second Ascension.
Thank you.
This is when I started to wonder if I could level up some of her talents. You know, I opened a lot of chests in Fontaine. Surely I got at least one of Emilie's books, right? Not even one. Okay, I still have resin. Maybe Emilie's domain is open today? No, okay. So how about ambers? I guess I'll just farm the bosses and some overworld stuff. With more farming complete, I was able to ascend amber again. And while I didn't have any dendro shards to speak of, I got some of the conversion material from the Stardust shop and converted some of the hydro pieces. So I can ascend Emilie too. Next up, I think the best option is to level up both of their talents a bit. But I have to wait until a new day. It is now a new day and Emilie's talent domain is open. I spent most of my resin in this domain and I got Emilie's skills up a few levels before I ran out of the mech drops. I think I have at least some of the lower level drops that I could craft with, but I think I'm gonna do a bit of farming too. She will, in the end, be needing a lot of these anyways. But to save you from watching me farm again, I'll skip to where Emilie's talents are maxed. With Emilie's skill and burst max for where we currently are in the game, next up, Amber. But we once again have to wait until tomorrow. It is the next day again, and today I focus on Amber's talents. Honestly, I never really liked the Mondstadt talent domain. At least Amber can melt. After some crafting and farming, Amber's talents are now level 4. Since I still have some resin left today, I spend the last little bit on some boss runs. With all that, Amber and Emilie are pretty well built, all things considered, and we made a lot of progress over the last few days. So much so that we even made it to the next World Ascension quest. But this time, we're ready for it. But of course, this is not the end of our journey. And there is a new storm on the horizon. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed the video, please consider leaving a like or a comment. I love to hear what you guys have to say. And if you want to support the channel, memberships are now open, so you can get cool perks like seeing new videos early and emotes that you can use in chat. Anyways, thank you so much again, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye.